Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for April 5th. In 1836, General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna's small company of dragoons crossed the Colorado River a few miles below where General Sam Houston's army camped at Beeson's Ferry. The same day, Houston, unaware of Santa Anna's advance, affirmed his intention not to retreat further, saying, quote, "I do not intend to leave the Brazos." In 1885, the Houston Morning Chronicle and the Houston Evening Journal joined to establish the Houston Post. The Post had several owners prior to William Hobby buying a controlling interest in 1939. In 1995, the Houston Post closed its doors, and its assets were purchased by the Houston Chronicle, or deridingly referred to as the Houston Comical. In 1917, flying activities began at Aviation Camp in San Antonio, later named Kelly Field, and finally Kelly Air Force Base, when the U.S. Air Force received autonomy in 1947. The base's name is in honor of Lieutenant George E. Kelly, who died in a plane crash at Fort Sam Houston in 1911, the first American aviator to die while piloting a military aircraft. Kelly is the oldest continuously operating Air Force base. In 1944, tuberculosis pioneer William Farmer died in San Antonio. After coming to San Antonio from Indiana, Farmer pioneered the use of X-rays to diagnose tuberculosis and established the San Antonio Tent Colony as a tuberculosis treatment center. In 1956, the French Legation Museum opened to the public in Austin. In 1840, the French government had purchased a 21-acre tract from Anson Jones for the site of the French Legation, and in 1841, France's envoy Dubois de Saligny built a mansion on the property. The property was sold to the state of Texas in 1948, and on it the Daughters of the Republic of Texas opened the French Legation Museum. In 1976, Howard R. Hughes Jr., aviator, movie maker, and entrepreneur, died aboard a plane bound for Houston. Hughes was born into a wealthy Houston family on Christmas Day, 1905, and assumed control of Hughes Tool Company in 1924 at age 19. He moved to Hollywood to make movies, and in 1928, his 2 Arabian Nights won an Academy Award. In 1930, his Hell's Angels cost $3.8 million, which was the most for a movie at the time, and was a box office smash, but still lost money. In 1935, Hughes set a land speed record of 352 miles per hour with his H-1 winged bullet. On July 10, 1938, he left New York on a global flight with a 4-man crew and returned on July 14th for a record world transit time of 3 days and just over 19 hours. He successfully flew his Spruce Goose in November 1947, a sort of thumbing his nose at congressional investigators who criticized his plywood floating boat. Hughes had become extremely reclusive in the last years of his life. In 2005, the Baylor University women's basketball team defeated Michigan State University to win the NCAA Division I championship. Sophia Young was the MVP. This was Kim Mulkey Robertson's first national championship as coach. In 2011, the Texas A&M women's basketball team captured the NCAA Division I championship with a win over Notre Dame. Danielle Adams scored 30 points in the final and was named MVP. This was Coach Gary Blair's and Texas A&M's first national basketball championship. And in 2021, Baylor University men's basketball team beat Gonzaga University to win the NCAA Division I national championship. It was the first national men's title for the Baylor Bears, while Gonzaga had not lost a game that season. The Baylor coach was Scott Drew, while Jared G. Butler of Baylor was named the most outstanding player for the tournament. No cheating going on in that program. All right, that, my friend, was your Texas History Roundup for April 5th. Thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you back here tomorrow on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.